Speaker, my distinguished colleagues. My name is Hon Prestige Ossy, member representing the entrepreneurial people of Agba North, Agba South Federal Constituency. I'm from Abia State. Mr. Speaker, I crave your indulgence for a bill for an act to amend the Piers Act Cap P18 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to increase some penalties and for related matters to be read a second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Once again, Hon Prestige Ossy, member representing Agba North, Agba South. The bill seeks to amend the Piers Act Cap 18 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 only to the extent of improving on the prescribed sanctions and penalties so as to bring them in conformity with the present-day realities. The Piers Act was originally enacted in the year as a decree number 3 in the year 1917. For a further and better understanding of this bill, it is imperative to in-depth knowledge of the extent and purpose of the Act sought to be amended. Mr. Speaker, the word pier, when defined simply, means a platform usually supported on pillars or girders leading out from shores into the body of waters, used in landing stage for boats. The word pier is synonymous to jetty, wharf, and landing stage, used to give passage or access to the vessel. The Piers Body Act refers to the body of rules and regulations that control the affairs of piers owners and operators in Nigeria. The Act made laws guiding every pier or wharf or whatever description erected or extending beyond the foreshores of seas or any tidal waters, or extending into the water of any navigable inland waters, and any proton moored in such water and used as wharf or pier. The Act also made provision guarding the erection of pier and licensing of pier operators in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, there have been series of subsidiary legislations following the Principal Act. However, the penalties and sanctions imposed by the Principal Act and the subsidiary legislations before now has become obsolete and ridiculous, hence the need for this bill. It is an established fact that no law can command the obedience of it deserves if it does not make appropriate provisions for sanctions and penalties for defaulters. The Pier Act has become somewhat odious in recent years because of the ridiculous nature of the sanctions and penalties prescribed therein. Agreed that in 1917, when the Principal Act was enacted, to 1955, when the last subsidiary legislation came into being, the sanctions and penalties prescribed therein were in conformity with the then economic realities. However, Mr. Speaker, times has changed, and the dynamism of every existing law is undoubtedly in its ability to move with the trend. The fact that in recent times our seaports have become a beehive of activities has no doubt gone a long way in our economic development as a country. This notwithstanding, there are deviants who take undue advantage of the Principal Act as a shield to go against the provisions of the Act, and they end up walking away with little or no sanctions. The objective of the bill seeks to amend the entire punishment provisions of the Piers Act in order to bring them in conformity with the present-day realities. This bill proposes stricter sanctions and penalties for offenders under the Piers Act by increasing the prescribed punishment. By so doing, the fines are amended from 10 naira to 5,000 and to 50,000 in case may be. Mr. Speaker, the amendment of the Principal Act, Section 4, is made from 100 naira to 50,000. The amendment clause 3 or 4 of the subsidiary legislation from 10 naira to 50 naira. Mr. Speaker, the amendments are so attached. First, the Section 4 of the Principal Act is amended by substituting for 100 naira the expression to 50,000. The word clause 3(4) of regulation is amended by substituting the word 10 naira in line 2 the expression to 50,000. Clause 6(5) of the regulation is amended by substituting for the word 10 naira in line 2 the expression to 50,000. Clause 9(2) of the regulation is amended by substituting the word 10 naira in line 2 to the expression 5,000. Clause 10(2) of the regulation is amended by substituting for the word 10 naira in line 2 to the expression 50,000. The bill may be cited as Piers Amendment Bill 2016. Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, I strongly believe that this bill will reduce the incidence of flagrant disobedience of the provisions of the Principal Act, and at this period of economic recession, where every kobo counts to the revenue base of this country, I believe that when this act is amended, we are going to get more revenue for the government to prosecute government projects. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Bill for an act to amend the Piers Act, Cap P17 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to increase some penalties and for other related matters. Second reading.
Bill